Hey, what's good? I'm Yugioh Monstershot, and I'm coming at you on the Creative Duelist channel with a Dinomist FA deck profile. So, for anybody that doesn't know, I did not take this deck to regionals, um, and I'll give them the reason why. Hey, what's good? I'm Yugioh Monstershot, and I'm coming at you on the Creative Duelist channel with a Dinomist FA deck profile. So, for anybody that doesn't know, I did not take this deck to regionals, and I'll give them the reason why. So for anybody that's played FAs, um, you know that their only searcher is the fist pose, and without having a guarantee that I was going to open with the FA, it wasn't going to be my best choice to take it to regionals. Because if FAs had a card like Diamond Charge where you add a FA monster to your deck to your hand, yeah, I would have taken this deck to regionals without a doubt. But with the Fishbowl being the only searchers for that, it was unreliable, and so I took vampires instead. But yeah, so that's just kind of my reasoning on why I didn't take them. So now with the deck profile. So STRATOS is a 3 of, and it's really, really quite good. So you trigger one or Dinomist, and then you either attack twice or attack directly. It's really, really quite good. So, Dinomist Rex. So when at the end of damage up, as this card attacked, you trigger a Dinomist, and you either shuffle a card without targeting from their hand or field, or you can attack again with piercing damage. So it's really, really quite good, and yeah. And then two Ceratops and two Brachion. There's a guy that I know that's in a Diamond's group and on Facebook, and he actually helped me perfect this to where this build actually works. And so I'm not breaking as much. So two Ceratops and two Brachion. Uh, there's good for making your Mashar Boy or your Proxy Dragon or even Nova into Infinity play. So, um, but yeah. So Petrian, I know I'm probably saying his name wrong, but I always just say Petrian is because that's how I've always said it. So, but when he destroys a monster by battle, you can add one damage card from your deck to your hand. So as you guys can tell, there's a lot of searching that goes involved in this deck and everything else. So, and I'm sure you guys are probably thinking like, where does the FAs take part in this? Which I explain to you guys after play shows and ink those. So play shows, all face-up monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack and defense for each damage card you control, which is really, really insanely good. So yeah, and then the 6 skills protect your damage cards from being targeted. The 3 skills protect your damage cards from being destroyed by battle card effect. So I wasn't gonna forget that, but I just thought I'd mention it, right now. So, and then Inkos. So any monster that's destroyed by battle with a damage card is banished instead. So, which is really, really quite good. So, and then 3 Hang on Lock. Now, when he's level 7 or higher, any card sent to your opponent's grave is banished instead. Now, that card alone is really, really quite good. It's won me so many games just from itself alone. And then it's unaffected by effects whose level slash rank is lower than this card, which means that they cannot alter it, they cannot do anything to it. So it's really, really quite good for that as well. And then 3 Whip Crusher. Now, I'm sure you're thinking like, what's the whole point of this deck? Well, to get out Whipcrosser and hang on Mock and stun your opponent while you bring out a whole bunch of damage monsters. Because this card's level 7 or higher, your opponent cannot discard or send cards from their hand to a grave to activate card effects. Which means that they cannot ash you, they cannot order you, they cannot do anything from their hand. Even against Blue Eyes, they can't card at consonants, they can't trade in, they can't do anything with that. And also, they were to activate any effects, so they pay 300 life points for each. So, yeah. Depending on the low of the Whipcrosser. So, but it's really, really quite good. And you may want to try to open with Whipcrosser, go down Force, or the City Grand Prix, and then do your charge and then all your other plays. So, but yeah. And then Arching Centric. Now this is in here to help destroy this, so that way you can search for your Whipcrosser or your Hang On Mock a lot more faster. But again, you still run into a problem with Ash Blossom, so that's the other thing. So, but 3 eccentrics. Like I said, just pop the Fistwell. Raigeki to help push your game when the time is right. So, Lemtrol is are all machines except for eccentric, and then 3 down force. Now, you target FA and it gains the level by 2, and then that also triggers their effects, which increase by 1. So that becomes level 7 just off this if your opponent doesn't order you. So yeah, and then 3 damage charge to add a damage monster for deck to your hand. Now 3 FA City Grand Prix. This card's amazing because you increase the level of all FAs on the field by 2 during main phase and battle phase, and so your opponent cannot target FA monsters you control with card effects, which is also amazing. And so you have Mother, Home, and Dragster out, which I forgot to add Auto Navigator. My bad. But I just run 1 FA Auto Navigator. Just use it tend to break on me. But yeah. So and then when this card's destroyed, you add a FA card from deck to your hand. So and then 1 or 2 damage rush. You could go 1 damage rush and 2 howling. But you special damage from your deck, and if you do, it's unaffected by card effects. And then destroy during the phase. So it's really, really quite good for defensive plays. So yeah. And then damage howling, you set your skills, and then you can trigger damage, and then return 1 card to your opponent's hand. So it's disruptive, and it's really, really quite good. So I'll go ahead and add that in there. That was my mistake. I forgot about that. But Auto Navigator, if this card is in your hand or in your grave, you target FA monster whose current level is higher than the original special hit, and then if you do, reduce that target's attack level between the difference. So let's say this was level 5, so it reduces back down to level 4. So that's how that works. And then if this card is specialed, normal specialed, you add a FA spell from your deck to your hand, which you search up for that. So, but yeah, that's basically it for the main deck. Now for extra deck, FA Motor Transport. So this card gains 300 attack for each the levels, which is really quite good. And then when a FA spell attack is FA'd, you increase level by 1. So, but this card is level 11 or higher, it can't be destroyed by battle or by battle rock card effects, which has won me so many games because it's level 11 and they can't destroy it or get over it. So they end up just scooping me as I sit on this until I reestablish my board, and then it's basically, or until I go Hallie and bounce all their crap, and then, you know. So it's really quite good. And then Dawn Dragster to help negate anything if I'm trying to push for game. So yeah. And then also Falcon, which is for waking the dragons. So that's really obvious. Is when this is destroyed, you bring this out. So, and then Infinity plus the Nova package. Infinity can negate basically anything once. So, and then the Utopia line. So that's also really quite helpful. And then Cowboy is the new end time procedure. Which this can come in really quite handy depending on the situation. So, yeah. And Proxy Dragon just for more making out of the big monsters or your extra monsters. So, or for your pendant monsters. So, and Missile Boy is all our water except for the FAs and the eccentric. So that's really quite good. So that's basically it for the extra deck. Now for side deck. Although I don't think you guys really want to see that, but I'll also show it to you guys anyway. So Sherwood, which is obvious. Deed Crow, also obvious. Is against dinosaurs, or certain cards of dinosaurs, and basically anything else. Sky Strikers it's good against, and quite a few other things. So Baylor against a Sword, the Null Knight Link monster, and that's for my, and against anything else it's really quite good. Hate Tornado to help return anything on that your opponent might have. Against Paleo it's really good, and quite a few other things. So yeah. MC just for more destruction of the back row. And then FA test run. So you target a FA monster you control, change its battle position, and then you target a card in the field and destroy it. So you can either destroy your punch monster or back row, or you can pop your own face spell, and you have more plays if you choose to. So yeah. And then it has the Banish effect, where it's basically a monster reborn, but from the deck. So, and then of course Waking the Dragons, I already showed you guys that from Ultimate Falcon. So, but yeah, so that's basically it for the deck profile. Thank you for watching. Big thank you to the creative Duelist for letting me come onto his channel again to do this deck profile. And yeah, I will catch you all in a future video. Alright, later.